I chose not to meet them at the gate. That was the first difference between who I used to be and who I am now. "Ma'am!" Security said through the intercom, steady and procedural, "Your parents are at the main entrance. They're asking to see you." The word parents felt clinical, like a category on a form. 9 years ago, my father didn't use categories. He used certainty. "You're just a stupid mistake of my past," he said, standing in the kitchen I grew up in, not shouting, not even angry, just irritated, like he was clearing clutter. "Take that pregnancy and get out." He didn't look at my face when he said it. He looked at the wall clock. That detail stayed with me longer than the words. I left with one suitcase and a silence so thick I thought it would suffocate me before the morning did. The early years weren't heroic. I worked nights at a logistics warehouse, answering emails for people who never learned my name. I studied online between feedings. I learned how to sleep in fragments. I learned how to stretch $10 across 3 days. The hardest part wasn't the exhaustion, it was the echo. Maybe he was right. Maybe I was a mistake raising another mistake. That thought visited me more often than bills did. But children don't care about your internal debates. They need diapers, milk, warmth. So I moved forward, even when I didn't believe in the direction. A certification turned into contract work. Contract work turned into advisory roles. I was good at structure, good at fixing inefficiencies, good at building systems that didn't collapse under pressure. Eventually, I built my own firm. Not glamorous, just disciplined. From there, I began investing, slowly, carefully, one property, then two, then land outside the city when everyone said it was too far to matter. It mattered. 5 years later, the land didn't look far anymore. That's how the estate happened, not from revenge, from compound interest and controlled risk. Two, would you like us to grant them access? Security asked. There was control phrased as courtesy. The gate wasn't symbolic, it was physical, steel, guarded, access logged digitally. No one entered without my authorization. The same man who told me to get out was now waiting outside something that required my permission. "I'll see them," I said. "Escort them to the guest lounge." Not the house, the guest lounge. My father looked older, smaller in the shoulders. Time had carved quiet lines into his face. My mother held her purse in both hands like it might float away. For a moment, none of us spoke. I didn't offer a hug. My father cleared his throat. "You've done well for yourself." It sounded like he was commenting on a neighbor's landscaping. "I've worked," I replied. "My mother tried a softer angle. We were worried about you. All these years, worried. I wondered when that worry began. Before or after property values rose in this district." My father finally sat down. He didn't look at the art on the walls. He looked at the marble flooring, measured it, then he said it indirectly. Financial strain, business downturn, medical bills. He didn't say the word help. He circled it. I listened without interrupting. 9 years ago, I would have cried, or defended myself, or begged for a different memory. Now, I just observed. He still hadn't apologized. Not once. I realized something then. I wasn't waiting for it anymore. "Are you asking for financial assistance?" I asked calmly. The room stiffened. My mother nodded before he could respond. There it was. Clear, concrete, no emotional fog around it. "I can offer structured support," I said, "through legal documentation, repayment terms, asset transparency. My office can draft an agreement." My father blinked. "An agreement." "Yes!" He shifted in his chair. "We're a family." I held his gaze for the first time. When I was pregnant and scared, I said evenly, family wasn't a category that protected me. So now I operate by structure. It wasn't cruel, it was factual. He opened his mouth, closed it. This was the external shift, the unmistakable moment, the same dynamic reversed, not emotionally, but procedurally. He could accept my terms, or he could walk back through the gate. Power didn't rise in my voice, it sat quietly between us. Eventually, he nodded once, not proud, not grateful, just resigned. That was enough. After they left, security called again. "Mom, should future visits require pre-approval?" "Yes," I said, "always." I stood by the window and watched my daughter running across the courtyard grass. chasing something invisible and important only to her. She didn't know what had happened inside the guest lounge. She didn't need to. The cycle ended long before today. It ended the moment I decided rejection would not become inheritance. My father once called me a mistake. Today he asked me for structure. I didn't smile because he needed me. I smiled because I no longer needed him to choose me. And when the gate closed behind their car, it didn't feel like revenge. It felt like policy.